Hi Mike, it's Major Don Trott for a March Air Reserve Base.
And me, Andrew, your friend in California. You spared me finding you something unique about Moreno Valley, but you challenged me to find you a few things that concisely explain what Moreno Valley is all about. So you wanted to know a little about Moreno Valley, huh? Okay. You can't really talk about Moreno Valley without first talking about March Air Force Base, now known as March Air Reserve Base. The base was built in 1918 and was demoted to an Air Reserve Base in the 1990s. This marked the first occasion where I can never remember anybody ever speaking badly about a president. People working at the base were complaining about Bill Clinton for demoting it and making everybody have to move away to other Air Force bases. Up until that point, I thought that just everybody loved the president. I figured everybody just thought he was the greatest guy in the world. I mean, they all voted for him, right? Anyway, it's been an Air Reserve Base since then, and I decided it'd be a good place to start my journey. Since September 11th, they don't allow just anybody to go strolling on to the base, especially not with a video camera. My new friend Major Don Trott allowed me to take a little bit of footage, and then he recommended that I go to the Air Museum just around the corner. So I did. There's a memorial before you enter the museum, dedicated to all the dogs that fought and died in our various wars. These tiles list the names of some of those dogs. The museum itself is not very big, so it's packed pretty tightly with airplanes and memorabilia, medals, uniforms, weapons, letters sent home from deployed soldiers. Look, Mike, in America we have swastikas too. Oh. Yeah, swastikas here are only used to document suffering, not to promote it. I walked around for a while until I found this exhibit. History of the Russian Space Program? Sweet. This exhibit is on loan to the museum by some local collector. It's full of cool things like this bust of the first woman in outer space. Food from Space Station Mir. Cosmonauts love cherry-flavored cock. They even had one of the very rare Russian space pistols. This was surely the prize of the exhibit. Memorabilia featuring Laika, the first Earthling to enter orbit. God bless you, Laika. You died so that others might rule. Out back is where they keep all of the old planes. Lots and lots of old planes. You got American planes, Russian planes, really fresh Japanese planes. This one was in the movie Tora, Tora, Tora. And here's Earl Warren's plane. You know Earl Warren, right? Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, California Governor, international playboy. This was my favorite plane in the exhibit. As I drew closer, I noticed that the sounds of birds in the area got louder and louder. I soon noticed that these little black birds were nesting inside of this big plane. It was really beautiful to see, because it reminded me that when man's time on Earth is over, everything's going to go back to the animals, even the things that we built. My name is Osmandus, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair. Speaking of despair, guess where these planes are going? I spent a lot of time at the base. I'd been there before, but I was only 6 years old, so it was cool to see all the planes again. On to the second leg of our journey. I'll show you what Moreno Valley is really infamous for. Our big, empty lots. It's true, Moreno Valley has got a lot of undeveloped land. People who are new to the area always comment on it. I can't believe you guys have so many empty lots. Ugh. It's nothing new to me, really. I've grown up here, so it's perfectly normal. I just, consider it a natural habitat for Southern California flora and fauna. Maybe I like it so much because I spent so much of my childhood playing in these open lots. This one's my favorite open lot. If it's wrong to have a favorite, then I'm wrong. Oh, but something is happening to the empty lots of Moreno Valley. Something sinister. That's right. The empty lots are starting to disappear. It seems like every month there's another one gone. But who could be doing it? Who's responsible for this? Oh, I know. Consumerism! You see, since the turn of the century, Moreno Valley has recovered from the base being closed, and people are starting to move here again. And one of the big complaints for a long time about Moreno Valley is that there's nowhere to eat and there's nowhere to shop. And businesses heard those complaints and started building Strip malls! Oh yeah, Moreno Valley's got strip malls. This one's brand new. All the same stores as in the other strip malls, but this one's new! I suppose it's kinda nice, you know. I mean, we got a Best Buy, and a Target, and a Walmart, and a Best Buy, and a Target, and a Walmart, and a Starbucks, 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 and a Hooters, and a Starbucks. Yeah, little podunk Moreno Valley is growing every single day. I guess you can't blame a little town for getting big. And people seem pretty happy that they don't have to drive an hour to go to a restaurant, or 5 minutes to get to a Starbucks. I think the city is actually starting to get kind of a big head about the whole deal. Apparently they got labeled as being one of the fastest growing cities in Southern California. And they took this part of Moreno Valley, this entire zip code, and they renamed it Rancho Bellagio, where it's full of these trap houses, you know, upper middle class whitey colonies that have all these asinine names like Sunbreak, Rancho Vista, Iris Landing, Shady Valley, and of course Stone Ridge. The city even went out and hired a big advertising firm to rebrand everything. Here's the city's new logo. Moreno Valley, where dreams soar. As compared to the old logo, Moreno Valley, people, pride, progress. I love this logo. It looks like a whale. Come on. I also like it because December 3rd, 1984 is probably the day that I was conceived. I did the math, Mom. That's all I have from Moreno Valley, California. So Mike, we're stepping it up this week. I'm giving you 3 challenges. You have to choose one. Ready? Go. Option number 1. I heard you're taking Korean lessons. Please introduce me to some of the people who are also taking Korean with you. I'd like to meet them. Option number 2 is something I don't really expect you to do just yet, but it's something I definitely want you to do before you get back to America. Please find and interview a North Korean refugee. Option number 3 is pretty broad. I imagine this is the one that you're going to do. I want you to go out into Korea, into the real world Korea, and find something cool to show me. We're talking forests, lakes, building, people, landmarks. Something cool. Not your bathroom this time. I heard the Olympic torch is going to be in Seoul. Seoul. I know you're in Gwangju, but I heard that you were going to go to Seoul, and so if you can see that, that would be cool. I hope that you can see that. Okay, Mike in Korea. This is Andrew in California. Signing off.